Hello everybody, it is Nicole from Ikiwi, and in today's bonus Witchtober video, we are drawing Stella. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. As I mentioned in Flora's video, this art piece, along with the other Winx girls, are available as a coloring page pack on my Etsy, which is linked in the description and in the pinned comment. I also mentioned that I wasn't really trying to tie any of their designs into the show. I wanted the designs that I created to be completely original so they could stand alone as elemental witches as well. So when it came to designing Stella, I wanted to make her outfit very flowy too, but also throw in something to do with space since she is the fairy of the sun and moon. Originally, her hat was the same shape and size as Flora's, but I decided to make everyone's hat different just to spice it up a little bit. For her wand design, I wanted to make it as different as possible from her staff just because her staff is iconic and I didn't really want to tie that into these drawings. So I thought adding something kind of ribbony would be a fun design to also tie into the ribbon around her hair. For her colors, I chose pastel yellow, orange, and a few shades of blue. As with most of my artwork, I planned her color scheme digitally beforehand, and the biggest challenge was blending the yellow into the blue without creating green. Unfortunately, I messed up a little bit on the first layer of the dress because I ended up coloring the entire piece yellow first, which is not what I wanted to do. So when I went over it with blue while it was still wet, it kind of made a very fuzzy effect, and that's not what I was going for, and it also caused a lot of the marker to bleed outside of the lines. So my second attempt to blend yellow into blue was on the boots, and this time I was successful. I mentioned in Flora's video that I'll be creating another marker tutorial on how to blend different colors together, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss when that comes out. As for her dress, I colored in the different shades of blue on the separate tiers. They all took 2 layers of markers to make smooth, which I mentioned in many of my videos. Since her skirt is such a large area to color, I find in my experience that it's hard to make smooth on the first go, which is why I go over it a second time, and that really helps to smooth everything out and make it look cohesive. For the inside portion of the skirt, my sister actually suggested I make it super dark blue, not only to help contrast it, but also to represent the night sky and add sparkles and stars later. When I got to adding the stars and sparkles, I used a white gel pen and a metallic silver pen. I also outlined some parts in gold to give a little bit more shimmer because we're talking about Stella, so I thought it would be appropriate. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how Stella came out. She turned out pretty close to how I imagined, and I really like the outcome. If you're interested in coloring the Winx witches, they are all available on my Etsy as a coloring pack, so you can see them ahead of time if you want. And if you want 20% off your entire order, including anything else in my shop, use the code WINXWITCHES at checkout. Be sure to tag me at Ikiwi on social media and use the hashtag IkiwiColoring so I can share it. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!